Even with scores of schools going on extended and unintended break and 100 more poised to do the same this month, the Commission on Higher Education has given the green light to colleges and universities for limited in-person learning to begin at month's end. As we hear the full story from PTV's Patrick De Jesus.
126 universities and colleges have implemented an academic break due to surge in COVID-19 cases, according to CHED Chairperson Prospero De Vera. 100 more higher education institutions are planning to implement the same before the month ends. De Vera meanwhile clarified that the January 31 they have set for implementation of Phase 2 of limited face-to-face classes is just a reference point.
Depende yan doon sa kalagayan on the ground ng mga pamantasan, ang kanilang konsultasyon sa local governments, ang kondisyon ng kanilang facilities, konsultasyon sa mga faculty at students, at mag-adjust sila depende doon sa kalagayan.
For its part, the DepEd will let its regional and school division offices decide in having class suspensions depending on the situation in their areas. But this can only be implemented this month and for not more than 2 weeks. In Manila, Mayor Isko Moreno announced today a week-long class suspension in all levels, both public and private schools in the city, from January 14 to January 21 for a health break.
Due to rise in COVID infection in the workplace, in the community, at even sa loob ng mga bahay, mataas po ang anxiety level ng mga magulang para sa kanilang mag-aaral na estudyante. At ganun din yung anxiety level ng mga guro.
Meanwhile, personnel of several LGU offices continue to catch COVID-19, like in Marikina City where 140 City Hall employees tested positive for the virus. Despite this, Marikina Mayor Marcy Teodoro assured to continue their services. Filing for business permits and licenses was also extended in the city.
Nagkakaroon tayo ng rotation ng trabaho. Yung iba naman ay nagmumultitask. Meron din pagkakataon tulad sa City Health Office na may hiring tayo ng mga contractual services, ng mga doktor, mga vaccinators at mga nurses at iba pa other related services.
Muntinlupa City expanded operations outside City Hall by way of al fresco transactions in their treasury office to ensure continued services despite more than 50 LGU personnel having contracted COVID-19.
Make sure na mayroong skeletal force, especially dun sa mga nagbabayad ngayon na renewal ng business permit at saka tax RPTA, no? So lahat po ay mayroong mga naka-assigned na tao.
The Bureau of Immigration has reduced its on-site workforce after posting 251 active COVID-19 cases among its personnel. The Supreme Court also released supplemental memorandum order for the temporary closure of lower courts in areas under Alert Level 3, starting today until end of January. This includes 16 areas in Luzon, 7 cities and municipalities in Visayas region, as well as courts in Mindanao. In-court hearings are suspended according to SC, but remote video conferencing hearings may continue. Patrick De Jesus for The Nation.